Good morning, everyone. Cheryl Ann here with a tutorial today. I'm putting in signatures in my latest journal. I have one sewn in, and as I was sewing it in, I was thinking, there are a lot of tips that I've learned the hard way. Yeah, I've been making journals since 2017. And I thought I'd go over some of the tips that I've learned and share them with you today. Sewing in signatures is always my dreaded part. My hands get sweaty. My blood pressure goes up. My heart starts racing because I have literally ruined journals trying to sew in the signatures, and they have gone flying across the room, never to be seen again. So, I don't want to work on a journal and completely mess it up by not putting in the signatures correctly. And believe me, I've sewn signatures upside down and I just take them out and do them again. But the problem is that my problem, I should say, is that if I work on it, like I had one journal, not this one, but I had another journal that I had to put one signature in 3 times, and by the third time I was just done. I was done with the journal. I didn't ever want to see it again, and nobody should suffer like that. So the first tip is I used to use a needle like this with the big eye because I'm almost 70 and my eyesight is not what it used to be. And then somebody on YouTube, and I don't remember who it was, and a couple people said, use bigger needles. I know it sounds counterintuitive. You make the holes with your awl, and I have two. I have this big fat one that makes pretty big holes. Like on this journal, I can't even see the holes. I don't know where they are, so I'm going to have to look at where my previous hole was, and then hopefully I'll find the one for the first signature. I would start on the back signature and then move forward to the front. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but you know what? This is a 3-inch needle, and I know some people say use doll needles. I don't think this is a doll needle. It's a set that I got, and I think they were called darning needles, but they're really, really big. And you know what? It's so much easier. This will go right through. Whereas this needle, I think because it's smaller, it doesn't always go right through the hole. It'll come out a couple pages in, or I had one journal that yes, I retired that one. I made so many holes trying to get the needle through. I gave up. I gave up. And this one doesn't seem to really be affected by the type of thread. I got this thread 25 cents at the thrift store, and it's crochet thread. It is fairly thick. It is very strong. But I also like to use embroidery thread, which I think this is embroidery thread. I go over to Michael's and I went on this spending spree, my first year, and I bought every color I could think of. I'm actually using a kind of an olive green on this one today. So, and it's working fine, and the needle's working fine, and I'm not having any problems. My owl made nice holes. Everything is okie dokie. Okay, I found my needles. Yeah, see, this is Yarn Darners. And see, I didn't pick out the biggest one. I picked out the second biggest one. Sizes 14 through 18. And see, these were the smaller ones, and I don't like them as much. These just they go right through your holes. You don't have any problems. So maybe that's something you can look for. So another thing is waxed linen thread. This is the waxed linen thread. I think I got this on Etsy or Amazon. I don't like it. I don't like it, especially here in the desert, because it slips back and forth. See, this is waxed. Now, what I've done is, and I think I found this on Amazon, I bought the little beeswax little beads, and like this, I'll just slip it through a couple times and it'll have a light coating. But this, for me, this doesn't work. It slips out. I don't know if anybody has any ideas or suggestions, but I'm sticking to either my embroidery thread or my big spool of the crochet thread. They work the best for me. Okay, another tip is when I'm done, yes, I double knot it and then I double knot it again because I don't want it slipping out. And another YouTuber, the same lady that's, oh, I have another tip for you. She puts a little dot of Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1 right here, right where you tie your knot. That way it won't slip out. So I thought that was a good tip. And another thing she suggested was when you're finally tying this, and this was something I had been doing wrong. I was pulling my threads up and down, apart. And she said, no, when you get to this point, you pull them straight up. So I've been doing that now, and that really makes a difference. It gets them tight, but see, it doesn't tear them up here or down here. See, there's no tear here, and I was having a lot of problems with that. So I quit doing, I don't have two hands here, but I would, pull one this way and one this way while they were vertical. And she said, no, just pull them up and then tie them. So that really has helped me. So okay, guys, I'm off to do the second signature if I can remember which side is up. Yeah, it's this side. So this is going in my latest journal, Magnolia, gorgeous magnolia flowers. It's more of an art journal I can. But I love these soft covers now. I went to my, just don't tell Abby. I went to my favorite quilting store yesterday and I bought 8 different fabrics, so I have plenty to keep me busy. So I hope that helped you. If you have any questions, please leave them below and I will do my best to answer them for you. Until next time, bye for now. Happy crafting.